Hip-hop is my weapon, and every time I squeeze it's like I'm teaching niggas lessons in the belly of the beast, so I keep a Smith & Wesson with emphasis like a missile. If I miss you, it's a blessing. Oh Lord, this gang shit that I be repping consists of several colors from a plethora of sections. Politicized, so we ain't committing genocide against the people with the exact same skin as mine. These laws do too much evil to be beefing with the people from the trenches in the neighborhoods we live in. That's why I keep a desert eagle in the waist, 22 in the boots if these devils get the trip in. My left hand tested positive for gunpowder, residue from gripping mics and squeezing trigger too. Battle reps are petty, if it's pressure, I'ma let it boom no matter who's the president. Proud boys can get it on the real. All these fake niggas know the deal. When we start the revolution, all they gonna do is squeal. On the real, all these fake niggas know the deal. When we start the revolution, all they gonna do is squeal. On the real, all these fake niggas know the deal. When we start the revolution, all they gonna do is squeal. On the real, all these fake niggas know the deal. When we start the revolution, all they gonna do is squeal.
I told boys I've been about it and they still died and fly a kite while you pin pile it and your tear cried it. Better do your push-ups and say to yourself, you in a prison of self, I'm in the prison of wealth. To the top I took steps, on the block I took breath. The asthma pump ain't gon' help, that's a hood you don't rep. Present yourself in the best light, first impressions hurt from a certain section. You claim to be a boss from a certain section. Okay, matador, shovel all that bull, long as you could, till your car get pulled. Then them cars full up, and your guard not up. The west side connect the dots, now you all shot up. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto for young fellows. Heated up on that King James, but plot mellow. To get a cut, not a nick, only talk with that stick. Ain't no future in your frontin', so it's back to the mix. To get my highs and lows right, keep my flow tight. Know I came to kill it, baby, even though I'm pro-life. More money, more problems, that ain't my testimony. I'm the best opponent, you pessimistic, I take the bronies. Now you at rock bottom, I can't even smell what y'all cooking. We was doing, y'all was looking. I dick around with pussy, still a killer, so don't push me. They sleeping, so we shook them, wanna see me,
this be that motherfucking down
bitch.
south boom bap. Oh, I heard you was a gangster when your goons at. Chad probably rolling in his grave from all this coon rap over.
All right, boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. What you just heard, my man Marcel P. Black featuring Big Sant with On the Real. And we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real this episode, my boy. Oh, my boy. My boy, we're gonna keep it real. Episode 192. 192. Before I get into the mix, what is that? Oh man, shouts out to my man YNX 716 and my man Akil Ali from last week. Appreciate them boys for falling through. Good stuff. And yeah, man, y'all responded. Y'all been responding. I've been looking at the numbers, especially on the YouTube, my boy, and y'all showing up. I really appreciate it. Give yourself some Nori claps. Give yourself some Nori claps. Anyway, today, or whenever you listen to, matter of fact, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Indigenous People Day. Happy Lie. Happy Lie. That's all I want. I was watching YouTube. What is it? Screen guys. Screen rants. They have the trailers, like the real trailers or something. And it's satirical. Movie trailers, like satirical movie anyway, I'm screwing it up. But they did a trailer for Pocahontas. I'm assuming as a setup for the new Avatar 2 movie that's coming out, I guess soon. Anyway, who asked for that? I don't know, not me. But it was just or maybe it was for Thanksgiving. Maybe that's what it was. Pocahontas is a good Thanksgiving story, right? But anyway, yeah. So it was just like, so we're gonna take this sweet little story about this 12-year-old girl who was human trafficked to Europe. That's not funny. We're gonna make it to a cute little story. How about that? Because we need an Indian princess, right? You know, they had an Indian princess or an Arabian princess for Aladdin. I think what prior? I think it was Latin, then Lion King. I'm not sure. I don't remember this about the 90s ever. Not me, not Enigma. But yeah, so this made me think like, Thanksgiving coming up, and yeah, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. Even though some of you, man, before I get into that, I'm going to go into a tangent. Let's celebrate our guest that's coming through tonight, Artisan P and Buster Wolf. Citronella Room Records. The boys will be in the building at the halfway mark. And speaking of, man, the boy showing your boy love. I really appreciate it. And so in tune, I'm going to show myself some love. So those in podcast land, I apologize, but we're finna go into some visuals. Hold up. Can I do this? I think I can do this. No, I can't. Yeah. We're finna get into
some visuals. Photos by Enigma September.
I wonder if I realize I don't have to deepen my voice because my voice is already deepened. Am I that bad?
Photos by Enigma September.
Okay, maybe not. Pat is gonna kill me. Like, yeah, that was great for sound, my boy. I really appreciate that. Hey, baby. Wifey is in the building. Shouts out to Felicia. I'm about to brag on you too. Look here. Oh, what in the world's going on? What did I do? Anyway, yeah, man. Shouts out to my boys. They had a showcase. We're gonna talk about it when they get on. They had a showcase this weekend, and I fell through. And actually got some things set up tomorrow. That time of this recording, and so I was like, let me get some practice shots in, and then B, I'm gonna low-key put them on blast. So of course, if you see the background, we got the what is it called? My thumbnail. And I asked the guys for some pictures, right? Yeah, the pictures were not hitting. I'm sorry. Like, bro, like they was literally in a shadow. Like I couldn't see their faces. I'm like, this is not gonna work from the thumbnail. And these guys been on the show like numerous times since the new inception. I'm like, I know they gotta know better. It's like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to the show and I'm gonna take some pictures, right?
Because I'm gonna make sure they look right. I'm gonna make sure they look alright, because the picture they sent me was they ain't gonna work.
Anyway, so these are some of the shots I took. That there is Buster Wolf. It looks like he's like casting a spell, especially when you look at his shirt. And then the moon in the background. But oh man, that picture clean. That's a clean picture. I love that picture right there. That's clean, boy. Photos by Enigma Sept. Look, all right. And I got this other picture of both of the guys. Actually, I was going to use this picture as like the background, as the thumbnail, but I think Buster Wolf is just a little too dark, and I think he'd be considered too much of the background, and he would be erased once I use the background remover, which is how I make my thumbnails. Anyway, a part of how I make my thumbnails. But yeah, man, just really emotive, especially with Artisan P looking like he crooning. That boy look like Al. Boy, that boy look like Al Green right there, boy. That boy look like what's Sam Cooke homeboy? that stole his wife. Womack. What's Womack's first name? Was it Bobby Womack? Wish you wouldn't trust me so much. That's what Artisan P look like. Wish you wouldn't trust me so much. Yeah. And then at my man's, what's my man's name? Saul. Saul, if I messed up your name, I'm sorry, bro. But Saul did his thing, man. He had a real ethereal. What's it kind of like mystic? Yeah. Like he really like he crooning right there, and he probably really was, but like on some Bork. What's the chick from Norway? Like it was weird, but like in a good way. Not even weird, just I don't want to say strange. Just it was ethereal. It was like cerebral. Yeah, it was cerebral. Anyway, yeah, man was going off right there. And I went off on that picture, son. What? You see that? You think he in the forest right now? That is a flat wall. I'm getting my Michelangelo on right now. That is a whole flat wall. Look at that eye. The ever-seeing eye. Anyway, yeah, man. Did my thing. Did my thingy thing. And then like later on this weekend, we was busy this weekend, me and my wife. And Mackenzie. What's up, Mackenzie? My baby, my Scorpio baby. She cooked the cake, purple cake, because that's her bonus mom and her mom's favorite color. So she made a purple cake, and it was delicious. It was quite delicious. That's up, Mackenzie. Shouts out to her mama. Her mama's birthday was the other day. So hey, I can't hate. I ain't gonna hate for my baby. She did that. That is what it is. But gotta brag on my wife because not only that, my bro celebrated 50th birthday. Shout out to my man Art. I'm giving hand claps to everybody. Scorpio season. And look here, for a little gathering, my baby made this food. Boy, look at that, boy. Look at him. Make me want a lit screen. Make you want a lit screen. Unless you're on the podcast and you're just listening. So you should go to my YouTube page and check it out. Look at that meat. My baby don't even eat red meat. She don't eat meat that like whoa. No potatoes, boy. Look at that. It was good too. It was good. I know it was good. You know why? I taught her everything. No, I'm joking. I think our daddy taught her. Shout out to Mr. John P. Williams, for teaching my daughter how to cook, or at least giving her the genes. Need all that. Yo. So there we go, man. Photos by Enigma Sept. The Phenomenal Cooking Experience, LLC. Look, I'm pretty sure I said this before. I'm going to say it again. 2023, it's going up. It's going up, man. Photography, the cooking. Fee already got some things in store. Y'all ain't even ready yet. Y'all ain't even ready. I ain't going to say nothing. Y'all ain't ready, though. And, yeah, man. Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Freedom Train Radio. Queen Shelby. Joe, Candace, Pat. It's all going up in 2023. I declare it. I'm putting a flag in the sand like Columbus did with smallpox, with no smallpox on this end. Look, we coming up this coming year, man. It's gonna be crazy. And I'm ready for all the blessings. Let's get into the foolishness. So apparently the AMAs was this Sunday. I wasn't even paying attention. I told you guys about the Grammys. No one said anything. I didn't even get an argument. It wasn't even this person gonna win. Anybody care? Definitely nobody care about the AMAs. Except when you snub Chris Brown. You can't snub Chris Brown. We all know what happened. What was that, 12 years ago now? 12, 13? it is what it is. But what we got? Yeah, man. Phenomenal cooking experience. Is up. It's up 2023. Apparently the AMAs wouldn't allow Chris Brown to perform a planned Michael Jackson tribute. Supposedly it was for the upcoming 40th. Yes, 40th. 40th 40th Thriller anniversary. 40 that record is 40 years old. That record is thinking about retirement right now. That record is like, 2 years ago was my high school 20th reunion, and I'm over that. Like, that record got grown kids. And yeah, so speaking of grown kids, Chris Brown was supposed to do a tribute. He ended up posting the tribute after it was announced to be canceled on IG for the world to see. Supposedly, another surprise was that Sierra was supposed to play a part in the set. I guess there was a part where he was going to do a part for Billie Jean, and she was supposed to be Billie Jean or play that part or whatever. What I remember, there wasn't a girl in that video. Now, the Way You Making Me Feel video, the way you making me feel, way you making me. Anyway, there's a girl in that video, and she gives Sierra vibes. I can see that. Anyway, now Kelly Rowland, who was a presenter at the award show, did speak up for Chris Brown and basically was like, Dick Clark Productions, y'all tripping, because apparently Dick Clark is still from the grave controlling things. So I said, my man Duck, or Set the Bar Mixed Show in the building, showing love. My man Duck said they got her because she can dance. I know that. I know. Nah, you're right. Yes. See, honestly, what was it? I really thought Sierra was the true heir to Aaliyah's Princess of hip hop R&B. They tried to give it to Ashanti. They don't beef at Ashanti, but Sierra just, to me, was more Aaliyah like than Ashanti. Anyway, that's a 20-year argument. But yeah, man, Sierra can move. If just that. I don't know what to sing you. She's damn sure can dance. Anyway, Sierra is the heir apparent to Janet Jackson, if you ask me. Straight up. What's up, AP? AP said, hey, late. What's the topic? We're talking about Chris Brown being snubbed by the AMAs for his Michael Jackson tribute. The Thriller album is going to be 40 next year, this coming year. A couple of months, 40. You're that old. Anyway, now, here's the thing. Here's my hot take. I wish I had a dump down. Wow. Yeah, AP's like, yeah, they whack for that. I mean, AMA's just whack, period. It's not the 80s anymore. But you're right. Now, here's the thing. Speaking of the 80s, call it who it is. Abe. Hey, what's up, my boy? Yes, we are. I know. I love you, Abe. I love you. You're my cousin on both sides of my family. If y'all question this by now, y'all don't know me. Get out my face. Yes, Abraham Nicholson is my cousin on my mom and my dad's side. It's funny because I'm pretty sure Abraham remember when Thriller dropped. Like he remember. Like if I can remember the music video, yo, if he gotta chill out. I know he can. Well, Mackie said, AP. Yeah, Abe said, oh, bruh. No, you ain't talking. Said, hey, Mackie. Yes, we cousins on both sides of the track. Anyway, but here's my hot take. On why it was canceled. Now, the other news coming from the AMA's award was that Lionel Richie, Nicole Richie daddy. If you know who Nicole Richie is, you old too. My wife was in high school when what was that surreal life? We'll get that later. What was that? The Rich Life, the Poor. What was the name of that show? It was Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton. And then Nicole Richie was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm gonna go be Lionel Richie's daughter again." And then we got Kim Kardashian, and I got some other news related to Kim Kardashian too, which is mid 2000s, just coming back at us, hunting us still. Anyway, Lionel Richie was awarded the Icon Award, which has only been awarded to. It probably was a Dumb Life. You're right. Doug said the Dumb Life. that was a good joke. But no, Lionel Richie was awarded the Icon Award, which the only other person that won an Icon Award was Rihanna. So I don't. It was like Lionel Richie won the Icon Award. The only other person to win it was Rihanna. I'm like, yeah, it's Lionel Richie. You acting like Smokey Robinson and Aretha Franklin won this award before, and now he got it. Rihanna, the hell out of here. Of course, we all love Rihanna, but bruh, her being the only recipient just means y'all look crazy. Not even Beyonce. At least Beyonce got 20 years. Rihanna ain't even got 20 years yet. She an icon. Lionel Richie's supposed to be impressed because it's only him and Rihanna just chilling on the island. Pretty sure he like that since his girlfriend is 37. She's about the same age as Rihanna, but and he said, no, I'm sorry, I apologize. She's not 37 because he's 73. She's 33. She probably literally is Rihanna's age. So he probably would like being on the island with Rihanna. So it probably fits. Look it up. If you don't believe me, we get my Charlie Murphy on. May you rest in peace. Look it up. I ain't got to lie. She's 33 to his 73. Or is it 43 to his 73? I swear it's 33. Somebody look that up. Look that up for me. Anyway, so here's my take. Anybody who's around in the 80s who was aware of what was going on in the early 80s. So Abraham and Duck. Only y'all two right now. Y'all was in school in 83. Tell me if I'm lying. He said, Lana said he's daddy. Like, if he's 73 and she's 33, that's literally like Fee and her daddy. That's the same age difference. Mr. Joe look at me like, what are you bringing me up? I'm over here chilling. Anyway. Y'all was in school in 83, bro. I know. I can do math. Oh, yeah. Fee made it funny. Fee said once, twice, 3 times your age. Yo. That's why I married her. I'll see that. That's why I married her. She's that funny. That was funny. That was golden. Let me get to it. So apparently, if you were around, you know that Lionel Richie really didn't get his flowers. You know what I'm saying? And when you get down to people speaking on the mid-80s pop music, a lot of people look at the trifecta of Prince, MJ, and Madonna, right? But number 4, especially in the early 80s, especially 87 back, Lionel Richie was in that mix. He was in there. He just came off with the Commodores, doing solo joint. I remember one of the first videos I really, really remember is Thriller. Not Thriller, take that back. Beat It. And Abraham was in that. Abraham, you are in that memory. I swear it was me, you, Uncle Abraham, your daddy, and my daddy, and somebody, probably Barry. But one of the first like music videos I remember is Beat It. Hey, yo. But one of the second or third ones was the joint Lottie Richie when he walking on the ceiling. That video. So Lottie Richie was really doing this thing. I honestly think Lionel Richie had that tribute revoked because he was like, nigga, this nigga been dead for 13, 14 years now. Ain't no way he taking my shine from the grave. Y'all gotta scrap that. Y'all gonna give me this Icon Award and I'm pulling up. Y'all ain't finna do no Michael Jackson tribute. I've been battling this nigga for 40 years now. No, no, I'm not having it. So it was like, sorry, Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown said he don't know why it happened. The AMAs came out, was like, yo, some things popped up. It's not Chris Brown's fault. Nothing to do with Chris Brown. It just wouldn't work. I'm trying to tell you, they scrapped it because Lionel Richie was like, y'all ain't finna have this nigga show me up from beyond the grave. And then on top of that, they end up playing, or they had a tribute with what is it? We Are the World, which he co-wrote with MJ. But he did it, but they sung it on his set for his celebration. So he can get the shine for that song, even though most people associate that song with MJ. I'm trying to tell you, boy. I'm trying to tell you. That nigga was being petty. That nigga was being petty, dog. Y'all can believe me later. Anyway. Moving on. We got a couple more minutes. We get to this next track. Then we get to the interview. My man Artisan P and Buster Wolf. What happened? So apparently, August Alsina. That's his name, right? Alsina August. I spelled his name backwards on my notes. This is August. The man's name is August Alsina. Excuse me, my bad. I'm all in the mic. Apparently, my man's it's coming out as bi. Yo, congratulations to that man. I'm joking. So apparently, it's a question. So I told y'all about the mid 2000s coming back to Hondas. So supposedly, there's a new version of the Surreal Life. Has anyone like seen this or heard of this? Like, I was surprised. I'm like, and it's like season 7. I don't know if they included the like the seasons before when they had like, what was it? Flavor Flav. That was Flavor Flav was a spinoff of the Surreal Life. But apparently it's a new version, and supposedly August Alsina is on there, and he's professing his love to a guy. But the question is it sexual love or is it brotherly love? That's what people are debating at this point. So some people are celebrating him coming out. Some people saying we don't know for sure. Some people saying this gets be trolling because you know how TV do. So who knows? Because Abraham said, I think it was Thriller kinfolk because my dad had them there werewolf masks. No, it was Beat It. I remember it was Beat It. Pause. Because I remember, I mean, clearly we all know what Thriller is. Though it's not Thriller images in my head. It's truly the Beat It video is what I remember, like the fight scene. That had to be what Thriller came out 83, so I was like 3, maybe even 2, depending on whenever. So I'm pretty sure it was Beat It, but I'm pretty sure you remember better than I do because you had me by like 4 years. Anyway, AP said I wasn't surprised with him coming out. I think that's why people are kind of rolling with it because he's always had that energy. So it's kind of like it really won't even be a thing. But the way he kind of described it sounded like someone coming out the closet. He was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so tough, and this love isn't part of the normal construct." Was seemed like kind of laying it on thick. But they got legs. Ladies don't thick. But thick meat. Hey, yo. You made it forget about Jada. Anyway, I'm horrible. Shut up, Pee-wee. But no, I don't know. This construct isn't. Somebody gave you out there. I'm like, I ain't saying you ain't breaking a barrier. Of course, I'm reminded of the tragedy in Colorado, and definitely prayers to those out there, especially those that lost their life, those that lost their family members, and also in particular, like the heroes, the ones that stood up to the shooter while he was active, and subdued him till the police got there and possibly saved more lives. I was in Orlando when the post shooting happened, and that has always been close to me or whatever. So I do not take someone announcing their sexuality, nor I guess you want to call it alternative lifestyle. I don't call it that. Just someone announcing their lifestyle, their livelihood, pronouncing their livelihood. I do not take that lightly. I don't want to get it confused. However, it just seemed like really laying on thick. And I think that's why people was like, is this for real? Because he just could have simply just been like, hey, this is me now. Thanks for the Jada jokes, but I'm here now and I have this person in my life. Could have just came out and said that. But to go into all the adjectives and be all kind of extra, it's like, bro, you looking for attention? This construct is like, come on, dog. Come on, chill out. Man, Abe said, Auntie said, look at my handsome nephew. Hey, man. Hey, Aunt Vivian. I'm Maine right now. I'm not Enigma Sept. I'm not even Emmanuel. I'm Maine. What else we got? Let me get up out of here because my people waiting. Kanye is running for president. He announced it. Like, seriously. Ain's back on Twitter. That whole fiasco. That's it. That's all I got. Talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, we're going to get to this next track, and then we're going to bring my boys on. So this is your girl out of Savannah, Universe with Love Is. And then we'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
Oh my God. You really asking me this? What is love? Love to me is no longer having to write hypothetically. It's like water for chocolate, black on both sides. That you give good love to me type of vibes. Protection in the purest of form, no doubt. With you and I safe from harm. That brutal honest shit, even if I ain't feeling it. I know it's not malicious intent. You slick, you got some game to you. I tap your name for you. Okay, I'm playing, but what I'm saying is safe for you. In your element, you heaven sent, intelligent. I'm so content. Let me pay your rent. Be your sugar mommy. We can thug it out. Sam and Latanya, Malcolm and Betty. Ain't playing no roles. We made our own relationship goals. Now that I got my hands on you, man, I know exactly what I wanna do. Now that I got my hands on you, man, let me show you what I'm gonna do. There's this presence in the air, I feel it near. Every way I turn, I know it's here. My beckoning is getting me, I try to hide. It grab my waist, touch my face, our souls collide. You keep me spinning. Where you been? A mystified collision of my continents. No valley low, mountain high, river wide. Crazy X, We already know we're finna ride till the wheels fall off. Then together we crawl, getting right back up and dusting ourselves off. Love, it's the way I see you treat your mama. That state of perfect happiness, nirvana. It's that grab my phone and send this text. The train stops here, ain't gonna be no next. You stepped correct, but yet you never left. Always been in my heart. I know I'm blessed. Damn, girl. Yeah.
She ain't lying. She ain't lying. This is Boom Boom Boom. We back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast, episode 192. And what you just heard was my girl Universe out of Savannah, GA, with Love Is. And without further ado, we got my fellas, Artisan P and Buster Wolf of Citronella Room Records in the building. What's up, my boys?
What up?
Yo.
What up?
What's good?
Chilling,
What up?
man.
Congrats on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I remember last time I was on here, it wasn't this fancy.
Hey, you been that long, bro?
It's like 2-3 years.
Yo, I be forgetting, dog. I be forgetting.
192 is up there.
Right. I think Buster was like, what was that? Freaking, what was it, episode 7 or something?
Yeah, it was pretty early on, man.
Golly. Bro, I apologize, dog.
For what?
It shouldn't have been that long.
It's all good. We're
It shouldn't
here
have been that
now.
long.
I didn't have anything to talk about, so we here now. Citronella Room, baby.
Good point. It still shouldn't have been that long, but good point.
Damn, we got the Pee Wee Herman laugh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had to find something. I laughed too annoying. Shouts out to Duck 13 in the building. He said, I want to see Universe and C-Red on a track together. That'll be dope. Duh. Captain Obvious. You know that. Anyway, I didn't mean to laugh at you, my boy. That was a good suggestion. Anyway. And also, too, shouts out to my girl AP. She said, that'd be hella dope. Okay. We over this. We love Universe, but anyway. Who got the gin and juice?
That's me.
You got that?
Yeah, grapefruit,
Yeah.
ruby red. It matches my hoodie. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Gotta do it right. Gotta do it right for the Enigma Sept Hour
Podcast. We in here. Yeah, Fee brought me some Sprite. If she would brought me some Coke, I would have been on the Crown. But she brought me Sprite. So I had to get the last little bit of the what is it? I'm forgetting. Man, Thanksgiving coming up. I already had the itis. Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
Yo, hold on. Let me get Artisan P some space, man. Let me first of all, let me change this banner.
Yeah, this is dope because I think one of the times I was on your show a couple times, and one time was just straight up on the phone. It was a phone conversation we had.
Oh shit, yo, dog, that was like
episode. That was
episode 4. No, the first 10 episodes. Yeah, I think it was just over the phone. People were just really looking at me talking on the phone, straight up. This is OG moment right now. Y'all give my boys their props, man.
Day one fans.
I've seen all the evolution. Like every time I'm on this podcast, it's a different format. It's just getting better and better.
Hey, you know what? That's
Progress.
word. That's word. I appreciate that, man. And basically, shouts out to my wife Felicia. She pretty much helped build most of this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I provide the content, but as far as like the microphones, even got the pop protector that I don't use anymore. The equipment. Shouts out my man Kim. He got me the mic stand. But other than that, man, it's been Fee holding it down. So
Props.
I appreciate it. Even the light. I know a lot of people been looking at this new lighting I got. Like, yo, E look pretty.
Yo, lighting's important.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. I went back to like the old episodes, like not even like old episodes like a month ago. Like, oh shit, I did look like a fucking Wooger. What's the I look like Shrek? Well, I still like Shrek, but not like a brighter Shrek. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking like Shrek in the swamp, I at least look like Shrek in the castle now.
Better to be a well lit Shrek.
Exactly. Now I know those out there in podcast land like, why you guys shooting the breeze? You know why? Because we are. I just seen these guys like 3 days ago. So honestly, it ain't really ain't much to talk about. But
yeah, Phil and I, or Artisan P and I were saying like this is just gonna be like we're just gonna be talking. Like it's not even no pretenses. It's just like homies catching up basically because it's been a minute.
Oh, first of all, no. Yeah, speaking of homies. So I told you guys early in the episode, I took pictures of the event they had this past, what was that, Saturday? Am I right?
Yeah.
Past Saturday. At the Bark. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw it up. Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites from that night, man. That's you got foreground,
like
you got background. Yo, for real. That's like, we need to Photoshop that, you know what I'm saying? Put it in a classic album cover, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Artisan P comes alive, some shit like that.
Yo, but the thing about it, man, is I forgot my train of thought. All right, we was at the joint, we was chilling, taking the photos or whatever, and I forgot my train of thought. I put like this though. I gotta apologize because I used the wrong word. I was talking to my man Saul about the pictures or whatever, and I was again bragging on Buster Wolf because Buster Wolf himself is a ill photographer. Trying to be like him when I grow up. I ain't even gonna front. Like I was like, man, my picture's too clean, man. I gotta like Buster wouldn't do this. What am I doing? But no, I used to word compete off top, and it was like, no, it ain't compete because it's not even competition, it's love. And I love what you know what I'm saying Buster will do with his photos or whatever, and it's inspiration. For me to just keep pushing the envelope and get better or whatever. So yeah, that was the thing, was kind of like you said, you've been quiet as far as like the music tip, but get down to like just art itself, you've been doing it, and especially with I want to say you took a picture. Did you take a picture of like me and Tariq who was performing that? What was the other joint?
Yeah, that was like Wilbury.
Right?
Yeah. I got some.
Bro.
Yeah, that was a good night.
Like that shit just hit me, and like this shit don't even compare, bro. Like,
I mean,
I'm proud of myself. Don't get it twisted. I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you. I think it does compare, and I think, but in its own unique way. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen you go from just picking up the camera to where you at now, and it was like, I mean, for me, it took a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been dabbling in this for a minute, but like you definitely like came through. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't bring my camera. That Artisan P asked me to bring my camera, and I was like, bro, I'm just trying to rap. I'm just trying to rap tonight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, we're DJing, we got merch. Like if I'm carrying the camera, that's a whole nother thing. But you know how it is because you rap too. So it's like it's a different mindset to be somewhere ready to do photography, and a completely different mindset when you're performing. You know what I'm saying? Two completely different places mentally. At least for me, you could probably attest to that. So, when you show up to do the one thing, you there 100% focused on that one thing. So
yeah, I'd be bad too nervous.
So I'm glad you were there. Basically, is what I was getting at. We're both really, because we got you chronicled the night, and we can't thank you enough for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be using those pictures because like 95% of the pictures on my Instagram are pictures that Buster Wolf took. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like now I got like some material to last me the next couple of weeks. I only post like once a month or something like that. So yeah, I appreciate that. I'll definitely be hitting you up again too, though. Future shit.
Thank you guys. That's what it was. So I went to you guys' website. and I saw that you posted the picture when I just put up. Not only that, you posted my website on your website so people can go to my website and see my other stuff. And whatever. Yo, I appreciate that, my bro. Like,
of course. I mean, they got.
I was blown.
No, I want people to see those pictures and then be able to find more of that photographer. You know what I mean? So,
Word.
And I think I'm sure Buster Wolf could attest to this, could speak about this better than I can, but photographers are not appreciated the same way producers are not appreciated, because it's like without those people, you know what I'm saying?
DJs.
A rapper or DJ, without them, the rapper it's just some asshole with a voice, you know what I mean? Like they provide that context and kind of like really run that creative direction, you know. So it's important to highlight that and let people find you, you know what I mean?
Word. Man, but yeah, that ain't on front, bro. Like that made my day. I was checking up on the site because I actually was I downloaded one of the joints. I'm gonna play Golden. I already had Golden. I downloaded one of the other joints you guys did together, and so I was just like looking, and so I went to the page and I saw the picture, and I had told Fee, I was like, they used my picture on the page, but then I scrolled down, I saw y'all had the website, my straight up website, and I was like, oh shit, because I felt bad because I haven't been like really pushing it like I should have. So I mean, y'all really went and looked and like, yo, let me get my man's site. Like I truly appreciate that, bro. Straight up.
And the website looks clean as fuck too. Like that website looks good. So it's like, I want people to see that. You know, you want people to see that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, put that shit out there. Yeah.
Yo, straight up, man.
Do what I can.
1,100 million, boy. These boys, all they props, man. It's a brotherhood. You know what I mean? Artists unite. And then also too, I mean, speaking of the thumbnail, you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all boys behind the boards or whatever. I'm trying to remember. Should I be confused that Buster Wilkin DJ? Am I tripping? Like, I want to say the first set you did, you was doing that. So man, am I tripping to be like there's something new?
Nah, I mean, it's not new. It's just I never did it as much as I did other things. You know, to me, like that, I'm not even gonna front like I'm like I've been DJing forever and I'm so ill at it or whatever. But to me, like just being a fan of music and all different genres and shit, like it's just something I enjoy doing for fun. But much like photography, it was just started as a hobby, and the heads were just like wanting to hire me to do it and whatnot. And but then I kind of fell out of it, you know what I'm saying? But lately, since getting with Citronella Room and everything, I'm like, well, you know, it's a good opportunity because, you know, I like to use it as an opportunity to play my beats mixed in with, you know, other stuff or whatever. So, you know, I just look at it as a chance now to play our joints between sets when we're rapping and, you know, warm the setup or whatever, close it out. And, you know, just play chill tunes and get people relaxed and happy to be where they at. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Y'all did that. It was a nice vibe. The song selection were dope and kept the ambience going. Shouts out to my sloppy Jose. There, you know what I'm saying? That was quite tasty.
Oh, no, that.
That's the only thing I know to get anyway. I be
yo, props to you too, because like you were one of the first people to show up and one of the last to leave, bro.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, man. Like y'all don't know, man. My man right here just supports local music so hard and like make sure that like, you know, anything he could be present at to support the local hip hop scene. This man's been there since as long as I've lived in this town and probably since before that. So again, props to you, bro. Thank you for that.
Nah, no problem, man. Matter of fact, like I said, I was just thinking about, I think the first time I saw you perform Buster Wolf, it was almost like a basement. I don't know if it was like a basement.
Yeah.
like
it was like a house
downstairs or
show.
something.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
it was probably Shark Tank. It was like a garage type situation.
yeah.
You know, yeah, it was a house show. I used to do a lot of those, and then I messed up too many of my shoes walking through people's nasty ass yards. So I just said I ain't doing those anymore. But it was an easy way to make some money back in the college days.
Word. Nah, it was kind of crazy. Just speaking of the evolution of Buster Wolf, because I remember thinking, I'm just total honest hour, that I was like, yo, he dope, but like he rap too fast, right? He trying to jam too many words together. I know he's saying some ill shit, but he just tried.
Yeah.
But it was one turning point. You had a battle. You was battling somebody online.
Yeah.
And whatever that situation was, that you decided to slow down your flow.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And like that, to me, that was like a true turning point. Like you was already dope, but when you like kind of like learn how to kind of like just slow it down just a smidget, it was like, oh, that's it.
No, yeah, you're right. You know, I mean, that comes from growing up through the whole, you know, lyrical miracle era of hip hop and just trying to do what, you know, what your idols are doing and everything. And like, for me, I'm a late bloomer, especially with all my art and everything. So it took me a while of trial and error to really, and P and I were talking about this, you know, finding your voice, and being comfortable with like really being yourself to the point where it's like, you ain't trying so hard. You just saying what you got to say in your own unique way. And that's really all you need to do, I think, to stand out. So back then I think I was trying a little too hard. And two, I was like trying to be mad energetic on stage to just make sure people remembered me. But real quick, and I'm not trying to talk too much. We got to talk about a lot of things, but real quick, just to clarify, I was battling myself. It was an April Fool's joke. And I made up this whole dude.
Hold up.
Yeah.
We finna fight.
Yeah. And we went back and forth. We went back and forth on a couple of tracks. So I made up this dude called El Cuco, which is like the boogeyman. If you're Puerto Rican or Cuban, it's like El Cuco is like the boogeyman. So that was this dude. It was just me, and I down pitched it like a lot. And it was, I was battling myself. It was basically like me battling like an alter ego of myself. And if see, that's the thing, like on the very last battle that we did at the end, people didn't really listen to it because it was only like a joke. But the last one that I put out in the series, like it was me talking to the dude and talking about how we were going to collaborate and shit. And he was claiming that he had made the beats. And I'm like, nah, they're my beats. It was like this whole joke. See, I like put too much. See, you remember how I said I was trying too hard? Right. That was another version of me trying too hard. But yeah, it was a stupid ass joke.
Louis. Ain't even call you Buster Louis.
Yeah.
We'll beat your ass, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny.
Beat your ass.
You know, here we are years. I must have done that like 5 years ago. So the fact that we're talking about it now, I'm like, all right, it was a good April Fool's joke.
That's like when the April Fool's joke of MF Doom doing Rhythm Roulette.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was very much in that vein. It was very much in that playful kind of MF Doom kind of fucking around with people type of place. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do something fun. Yeah.
Well,
why sometimes you take your art too serious and like you hit a wall, and that's where I was at. So I just wanted to fuck around and do something fun.
But it worked. Like I said, at least for me as a fan, like it was like that was a turning point. You know what I mean? And even the reason I even brought it up was because when you guys were spitting this weekend, and like songs are just fucking fire. You know what I mean? And you had said so. It was a bunch of shit. It was something in particular that really hit me. I'm like, oh shit. And but and it dawned on me. I'm like, yo, I remember when he was just like, it felt like he was just speaking Spanish at some point. I'm like I kind of get a couple of things, but I can't get everything. But no, when you commanded the stage this weekend, at 40 years old, man, like I was just impressed, bro. You know what I'm saying? just as impressed as I am with the photography, with the DJing, with just being a human. You know what I mean? Like, you're just a straight up good dude. So, yeah, give your flowers, man. Nori claps. Nori claps for
you know, it's funny because you know, after listening to Buster Wolf's album and then seeing it live, like, I mean, hearing the album for the first time was really like impactful, but then seeing that shit live and then kind of like, I don't know, it was a good performance. Like, that shit was dope. Like, it really brought life.
We're not worried about you, Artisan P. This is all about Buster Wolf right now.
Oh, hey,
fall back.
He did a good set. He did a good set, man. It was dope. It was dope.
Andre, chill out.
Yeah,
it's about Louis right now. Chill.
Because if anyone, what we did that night was Artisan P and I have each put out a project within a little bit of time of each other, so we decided to each perform the entire our respective projects beginning to end for the first time that night. And yeah, like, he's pretty much the only person I would have done that with, and I was pretty impressed with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just both performances, like, for it being the first time, like, you know, we both were really comfy. I think both of us even said that night, like, yo, this is the first time at a show in a long time that we were just mad chill and, like, not nervous and, like, just ready to perform, bro. It just, like, felt mad comfy. So thank you for noticing that, you know, we was in the zone.
No, for real. And speaking on both of you guys, like, even with Artisan P, my man Duck said, now I gotta hear this album. You do, bro. You do. They carry
both albums. It's two out. Well, it's his album and my EP. My joint is short. It's
hey,
like,
yo, chill. Hey, you.
My joint is short. Sorry,
it's
dad
the Grey
joke.
Goose. It's the Grey Goose.
It's the Grey Goose. Blame it on the Grey Goose.
Blame it on the goose. Blame it on the vodka. I'm thinking Jamie Foxx on my show. What is going on?
One day.
One day. I'm with it.
The way you going to be next year. Shit.
I hope. I'm still trying to get T-Pain on this joint.
Oh yeah.
That's the ultimate. I told because I had my man OD of the Nappy Heads a few weeks ago. And I think I said, I was like, all right, it looked like I'm trying to get all the Nappy Heads, and then once I get T-Pain, it's gonna be a wrap. And I think I'm like slowly trying to get the Pain because I don't want the podcast to end just yet. But it's like once I collect them all,
I want you to get Dead Prez. That's what I want you to get. I want you to get Dead Prez. I
probably will. I don't know. I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. Actually, that's some inspiration. Thank you for that. I think I actually had the idea, and Savin, don't beat me up if you're watching. Reaching out the stick. I know he had the book popping. He just dropped a book. And I was like, I wonder if I can use my Tallahassee connection. That's not Savin. Because I
use those connects.
Like, Savin, let me holler at your brother. And be like, yo, I'm from Tallahassee, went to FAMU, holler at your boy and see what happens. But I don't know. We might see. I may just be bold and just do it. So we'll see. But no,
be bold and powerful forces will come to your aid.
Exactly. But no, Artisan, like, the ill thing when you was on stage, like, I peeped out, like, the songs felt familiar, and it was like real ill to realize like it wasn't like a song I knew. You know what I mean? But I say this because I don't want to be misconstrued as if the song sounded like your old stuff, because it didn't. Like, I could feel like, okay, this is some new shit, but it was just the vibe of you being able to command the stage, you know what I'm saying, and really, like you explained, like, comfortable in your own skin, you know what I mean? And that was just like ill dope for me to see you like really command the stage. Like, I got one picture, I don't got it loaded up, where you kind of like look off, like you looking off in the crowd, like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
that.
you know, it's funny you say that because and what Buster Wolf was saying, how it was one of the first shows we felt really chill and like no pressure. I just knew that I wanted to present this album as best as I could because I've been working really hard on it. And some of those songs I've been performing for a couple of years, you know what I mean? So some of them are a little older, but some of them, you know, DJ Proof's productions got that like sound to it too, you know? And that's like my, like rapping over his shit. That's just like one of my comfort zones right there where I could really kind of just like tap in and write some shit. And I just wanted to try to be as clear as I could be and just like really present like these songs. Some of these songs I played for the first time ever, you know? And so just wanted to make it sound like you were listening to the CD on stage, you know what I mean? So
word. All right, so peek this out. We're gonna go ahead. Did I mute the mic? If I did, I didn't mean to.
Nah, I muted myself.
Oh, you did yourself? Okay, thank you. Okay. My apologies. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the 2 tracks that got loaded up. Then we'll come back and we're gonna talk about the projects and what people should expect once they listen to the project. So Duck, stay around, stick around, so you know what the project is. And Duck, you need to stick around so you can have these boys on the mix show, on the Set the Bar mix show. Wearing y'all merch. Set the Bar mix show in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, because we still each other artists. That's what we're doing. Anyway, I'm about to give y'all Golden and then Adult Swim, produced by featuring Buster Wolf, produced by Late Show host. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
Hey yo, I'm pushing through, swerving lanes on avenues, supplying you with the mightiest and fattest tunes. I'm tapping dudes, live and let live, be my attitude. I couldn't stay mad at you if you show a gratitude. Found solace in the solitude of my room, that's the mantra. I do me, you do you. Handle the wave or drown in monsoons, but much respect due for those who crush grooves. Silly grit stated, as sinister, insidious, dedicated to maliciousness at its shadiest. An old soul like classic solid gold. In about a minute, I'ma put you on hold. And it's back to the grill again, sparking flames like how them Phillies and swishers get. Pass it on to my niggas really holding. Cap that shit, rap that shit, smoke it, relax, toke it. All these moments golden, couples overflowing heavy-handed when I pour it like the storm. It rains, thunder is destructive, I love it. Label me epitome of gluttonous, running it, talking shit for the fuck of it. Rub it all in till you can't get enough of it. I'm stuck in the rut, stubborn as my gut when it comes to the drink. Iron lungs for the bud. And I know that you've been on your own, and I know that it's been too long. Yeah, no matter where you go, just push on. You must know you're golden. You're golden. Just push on. You must know my spirit. Step into the realm of your greatest competitor. Think you on the front page, I'm the in-house editor. No one better than the two with the vocals. Challengers on all scales, local to global. I can go loco, hit you with some dope flows till I run out of gas like abandoned mobiles. I'm unsocial, highly uncontrollable. A blindfolded driver trying to text you from his Motorola. Step and razor my edges that of a switchblade. Slice you into pieces of elements that are thin made. Those were good days, rhyming in the circles. But icicles of malice that'll hit you when they hurt. Yo, you gotta be involved if you want to evolve. Abide by these rules and your flaws I absolve. Fuck it, I'll even pause for the applause. I still won't skip a beat like heart surgeons working on call. Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, treating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, treating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, treating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Here we go again, again, hopping off the deep end, cheating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Step into the realm, startled, but choke on broken breath, scored in blood nets. Say, yo, my mellow, my man. Wood eyes drift apart from hollow dark. Cut me with a clean gun, sucker when the tree sparky bleed green. Vicious sitting dreams, walking backwards, captive red. The brain fishes spilled, not a thought. Don't drown in speech puddles. My speech bubbles, shatter panels. See me in a bum circle, spitting Roman candles. Discussing something disgusting, choking back the violent substance. This dunce gets Mr. Wizard when the beat is done fresh. That's one less check for me to pile drive. Whatever keeps the style alive. I survived the iciest ages, writing pages of nonsense, unintentionally complex. On some more city like Walando, I bomb next. Every day is way work, chase dreams and run. So I'ma spit it like I thought it through these nicotine lungs. Why? Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, treating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, treating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, treating every day like it's the start of the weekend. Here we go again, hopping off the deep end, cheating every day like it's the start of the week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast, episode 192. With my man Buster Wolf, my man Artisan P, which you just heard was Golden, produced by one Buster Wolf, and Adult Swim featuring Buster Wolf, produced by Lake Show host. Man, look at that groove on Adult Swim though. My boy, hey, y'all did that. Y'all did that. I'm a sucker for bass lines, man.
Yo, that's. I don't want to say nothing, bro, but I'll say this: that's Phil's dad singing in the background of that shit. Yo, shout outs to Phil's dad.
That's right, yo.
Yeah,
yo. P, what's up with that, bro? How you get your pops?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they came up to visit for my birthday earlier this year. And I was actually showing him that beat because of the bass line, and he liked it. And I mean, he's a singer, he's a musician, and so he kind of basically just saw the mic set up and was just like, "Oh, let me do something real quick." And I was like, "Oh shit! All right, hold on." I have my headphones. I'm like, "Yo, you can like engineer."
We explained this during the last episode that Artisan P was on here. Like, Artisan P has a very famous cousin. His dad is more famous than his cousin, right? Like, his cousin been in major motion pictures movies, major movies, and comedy shows, and I don't see his cousin ass on TV.
I'm sorry,
but his dad is way more famous and established than his one cousin. So no, to get my man's dad on here. Shouts out, man. Nori claps.
Yeah, shout out to my dad, man. But yeah, he hopped on and kind of looped his vocals a little bit, added it, and the instrumental version of that is available. You can hear it really well on that. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that was like prominent.
Don't tell me that instrumental available. I'm gonna jack it. I'm gonna come back. Hey yo, that thing grooving, man.
We welcome that. We welcome that. We got instrumentals all day. We welcome that.
My man Duck said we got some spots in December for who? For these guys. Set that up, man. Round of applause for Enigma Sept giving guests to the Set the Bar Mix Show.
No doubt.
I'm wearing the merch. Look here, I'm wearing the merch. Yeah, so regarding you guys' respective projects, what should the people expect from each project, or what do you want people to? What would you like for the people to get from each project?
Phil, wouldn't it be funny if I put my hand up like this and then you could see it in your box? Like if I did this and then you could see it.
Yeah,
you gotta answer. I'm gonna let you answer that, Phil.
Oh yeah. Sorry, the question was, what do I want people to like take from it, basically?
Right.
You know, kind of just like a classic nostalgic sound, you know, Golden Summer, kind of like vintage boom bap, you know, especially with DJ Proof's production, especially with OG Loop, who he did the first opening track on the song on the album is his beat, and I've been working with him since like day one, you know, straight up. And he did a couple of beats on that, so it has like a very like lo-fi vintage feel and like just good lyrics, bars, an interesting way of like wording things, and just like a way for people to kind of like just think about shit differently. And I try to do more hooks on this, so something that people could sing along to, you know, jam out to, groove to, you know what I mean? Have good music, good, you know, just trying to make some timeless shit, you know?
Word. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And you, Louis?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. Pass it. So yeah, you know, a lot of what Philly was saying was just basically, you know, just want, for me, like I want people, like any piece of art, to walk away with it, whatever they bring to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you listen to my joint and like you got one type of different interpretation of it, that's not necessarily the artist's intention, then that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I want people to walk away with it, whatever they put into it, whether they, you know, want to do a deep dive on what I'm talking about or just enjoy the sound of it aesthetically or whatever. But I just wanted to put out some new stuff because it had been a while since I recorded myself rapping. I think it was like 2017 since I put out Old Louis Bomba Plana, which was the last joint I did. And yeah, so for me it was kind of like, you know, talking about, going back to what you said earlier with me, like kind of like finding my voice and like slowing down and just really like focusing more so on the imagery and things like that than like, you know, how fast can I rap or whatever, how impressive can I sound and what have you, from when I was younger, you know, just trying to be a little bit more thoughtful and intentional. So, you know, but like any other art, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get out of it what you bring to it. So, you know, I don't really have a lot of intentions for what I want people to walk away from, other than, you know, it was a vibe, like for lack of a better term. But really, like I do really think it's its own thing. I think everything we do, Citronella Room and as a whole, me, Phil, Artisan P, everything that OGX Loops is doing, like all our peers, is just so unique and unto itself. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think at the end of the day, the best way to know Artisan P, or the best way to know me or Phil and Louis as people, I think, would be to listen to our records. And I think that it just goes without saying, you pop one of them on, like you get the full story. You know what I'm saying? No punches pulled.
Word. And again, Honesty Hour. I call Artisan P Andre. That's his last name. Don't get it twisted. It's a Grey Goose. It's a Grey Goose. I know my man's name. Y'all relax. Let's see. What else? Oh, this is what I want to say. I want to get a little deep. I thought about this question like the day after the show. So if it comes off kind of ridiculous, like, all right, Enigma, you trying too hard. You're trying too hard. You're trying to be too artistic. Now both of you guys have Afro-Caribbean connections, of course. Buster being from Puerto Rico and Artisan P from Haiti. Like, how does that tie into not only your music but you all's connection? Like, or does it play a part in you all's connection, knowing that y'all from the islands, or your people's from the islands?
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, it kind of like, I mean, I feel like there's different elements of our cultures that we could kind of relate to, kind of like in our upbringing, where it's like, I don't know, like, you know, for Louis, I'm sure, again, I'm not like speaking for him, but him moving to Florida, I'm sure was like kind of a different upbringing from where he grew up in. And then me moving to Tallahassee, you know, kind of just being different from Miami a little bit, you know, in its ways. Right. And I don't know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, but I guess it kind of like helps us like kind of navigate different places with like a certain kind of guard, maybe, if that makes sense, if I'm trying to get at that right, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I don't know. Just try to kind of like stay true to like that culture and like keep it going, and like use those influences from those cultures and kind of like have it be kind of like a representation of who we are, you know, and kind of like share that with people, and try to like, yeah, just avoid whitewashing shit, and just like avoid, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, try to like break ignorance down and just like, you know, shit like that.
Word, no doubt. Word. to add to that, I would just say, like, at least for me personally, like Artisan P has been the one, like, person that I worked with and collaborated with over the years where, like, it stuck. I've tried to work with other folks before. I'm a guarded and private person, you know what I'm saying? Right. And like, it's just mad easy to open up to him. And I never really would consider it to be like, oh, it's because, we both from the islands or whatever. But like, there's definitely like this unspoken level of comfort, at least on my end, that comes with like working with somebody that did have a similar upbringing, you know what I'm saying, and navigated several identities, spoke different languages, and then to be thrust, into a world where like it's not a lot of people around you that look and sound like home when you at home. Right. So like for me personally, like there's always a level of comfort that's attached to that. Not saying I can't work with anybody that's not like, you know what I'm saying, from from the islands or whatever. But and then to add to that too, real quick, just as far as my personal work is concerned, like anybody that listens to like my old joint, like Old Luz Bomba y Plena, that's just like filled with Bomba y Plena is like, Puerto Rican folk dance and shit, and it comes from like, that mixture of like the indigenous people, the African people and Spanish people that like were slaves, that were like, that was a way of them like communicating to each other and like telling each other like, yo, when we gonna rise up against these slave owners, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it's kind of like capoeira in that way if you think about it, but not so much. But anyway, for me, I like to include my culture and my shit. Like if you look at my album cover, that's me in Puerto Rico as a kid, you know what I'm saying, holding one of my uncles, you know what I'm saying, chickens and shit. But if you listen throughout, there's a lot of references to Puerto Rican culture and history. I'm not going to sit here and like name every instance of it, but it's definitely, for me, intentionally and consciously, especially in this newest project, it's in there. If you like really listen to the lyrics, there's like a lot of mentions of how I feel about colonization and how what the island is kind of just viewed as like this unwanted stepchild at this point that people don't know what to do with, you know what I'm saying? And it's sprinkled throughout because I don't really like to sit there and belabor the point, you know what I'm saying? I just want to like, it's something that's on my mind from time to time, so it's going to get included in my lyrics and my imagery or whatever. So for me personally, yeah, I do include a little bit of that identity in there. And then to answer the other question, yeah, like definitely, I would say to some extent that is maybe some of the reason why this partnership between us has worked so well, like even though we don't really think about it that much.
Right. But no, man, salute to both of you guys, man. Salute you guys for holding down the heritage, you know what I mean? And however degrees that you do. And salute you guys for just making good music and coming together and blessing us. So, man, yeah, our props.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely.
And before we get up out of here, if you can give the people, especially in podcast land, ways to get in contact with you, and also give information about Citronella Room.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me at Artisan P on Instagram, Twitter. I think Twitter's the Artisan P. Spotify, iTunes, citronellaroom.com. Basically, that's like the main hub for where you can find our merch. We got tapes, records, we got shirts that we just put out this weekend at the show for the first time. So those are available to get. And yeah, man, just hit us up. We're just trying to like build that, artist-based community where we could get different artists to get together, do shows together, put on events, listen to music, relate on a music nerdy level or whatever it is, or even if we're just vibing out, drinking, smoking, whatever, but just like a comfortable place people can vibe out. So yeah, Artisan P, Citronella Room. Yeah.
No doubt. Citronellaroom.com. We got a mailing list. Social media is all whack right now. So we got mailing lists. If you just want a direct line, you know what I'm saying, you could join that on citronellaroom.com. We on all streaming services. For me personally, busterwolf.net, that domain that has every musical project that I've ever done, not just the stuff that I put up for streaming and that I expect that I want people to hear. It's more like experimental shit, but I got mad albums on there. So busterwolf.net, citronellaroom.com. You know what I'm saying? We're just out here trying to make original music.
Word. That's all we can ask for. I appreciate you boys, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate that. So anyway, anybody out there, podcast land, YouTube land, Facebook land, yo, y'all make sure to check out these boys. Also, make sure to check them out on Set the Bar Mix Show, because we're gonna set that up, right, Duck? Get Oplex. Y'all get on this right now. We want to see the 4 screen.
Yeah, follow up.
Yeah.
We like having connections. You know
what I mean? We're gonna keep this vibe going. But yeah, man, y'all make sure to holler at my boys. They really holding it down for hip hop in Tallahassee.
Yo, the names of the new albums is Golden Summer, Artisan P, Golden Summer, Buster Wolf, Your Kids Deserve Better. We ain't really cover that. That's the new joints. Yo, go listen to those, man. You know what I'm saying? Play it for your kids in the car.
Because you can. Because you actually can. No,
it's educational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's uplifting and it's good for the soul.
No doubt. All my Boricuas, yo, all my Puerto Ricans, support my shit, yo. Stop fucking around.
Yo, we with it. Y'all for real though. Seriously, y'all make sure y'all do that. Thank you boys for doing this for me. You know what I mean? And yo, what we got? Fuck happy Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Just eat your food and be thankful that you with your people. Other than that, enjoy your days off. I'll see you guys next week.
Hug your mothers.
Right. Hug your mom tight. Matter of fact,
shout out to Enigma Sept. Peace. We out.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Enigma Sept, hold it down.
No doubt. So we're gonna get up out of here. This is your boy Enigma September. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.